you're looking for one of the most stylish and capable electric hatchbacks, you might want to check out this. It's the new Renault Megane E-Tech. I'm Caroline Kidd, and in this video I'm going to be taking a closer look at this new Megane E-Tech. And later on I'll be joined by EV expert Derek Reilly. Welcome to the Faster Project. The Megane E-Tech sits a bit higher off the ground than your average hatchback, and it's also got some crossover inspired design cues and big wheels like a concept car. The 60 kilowatt hour battery will get you a range of up to 280 miles or 450 kilometers. DC fast charging is possible up to 130 kilowatt. AC charging is possible up to 22 kilowatt, which is quite unique for a compact EV like this. The Megane E-Tech 60 kilowatt hour is priced from about £37,000 or €42,000, and that is competitive for a compact electric hatchback like this. The boot is 440 litres, so it's one of the biggest boots in the class. It's got good depth, and there's also this handy storage space under the boot floor to store the charging cables. There's plenty of legroom, but headroom is not quite as generous. The cabin has been designed to be as comfortable as your living room, so it feels really open and spacious in here. There's loads of storage space and also lots of stylish fabrics, some made from recycled materials like these seats. There's lots of glossy digital tech on board as well, like this touchscreen and also this full digital driver display. But let's take this Megane E-Tech out on the road to really experience it. No more petrol and diesel Meganes. Now it's this, the all-electric Megane E-Tech. It's a 5-seat practical hatchback, so it's suitable for a lot of people. It is a new platform, and there's also a layer of soundproofing foam between the floor of the car and the battery. So it's a really well insulated car, and it really stands out for that level of comfort and refinement. It covers the road really excellently. It feels very solid and well built. There's also a number of different driving modes, like a sport mode that will give you a livelier accelerator, which is handy for overtaking manoeuvres or joining motorways. There's an eco mode that will maximise your range, and of course regenerative braking as well. There's 4 levels of that, so when you lift off the accelerator, when you brake, some energy is being fed back into the battery. There's up to 22 driver assistance features as well in the new Megane E-Tech, like a blind spot monitor. There's traffic sign recognition, lane keeping assist. So there's lots of equipment to keep you safe on the road as well. It's a compact car, it's agile, the steering is nicely weighted. And I think it just really stands out for the smoothness, the refinement and the comfort. It's a really upmarket compact electric hatchback. It's definitely one of the best on the market at the moment to drive. Hello Derek.
Hi Caroline, how are you?
Lovely to see you.
You too.
How are things?
Good.
You're enjoying this fine view?
Yeah, it's impressive, isn't it?
It's a fine piece of engineering, but
Yeah.
I have something that I think is even more impressive right
Very
here.
nice.
You might want to take a look at. We'll have a look.
Yeah.
So one of my favourite features is when you unlock the car, the lights do a little dance.
Oh, very cool.
I love that. And then there's these big wheels. They're quite big, aren't they? 20 inch.
I think they fit the wheel arch well though.
They really do. It's kind of like a concept car, isn't
Yeah,
it?
really nice. And that gloss black and that sparkly grey in the sunlight today.
It's a really stylish car. I say you'd love to take it for a drive.
If I can.
Here's the keys.
Cheers.
Let's go for it.
Thanks Caroline.
So you've obviously driven a lot of EVs since you've reviewed a lot of EVs. What changes have you noticed since you started driving?
Definitely there's more. So since 2019, We've had a lot more EVs come to the market, so I was worried when I started reviewing them that there wasn't going to be enough to keep me going. I didn't think the adoption would take off quite as much as it was. The battery size, definitely, the charging speeds, the technology inside the electric vehicles, and so all of that, it's just starting to become the norm now. It's not just an electric car anymore, it's just a car. And manufacturers now are looking at bringing in certain makes and models only in electric to the Irish market. So we need to make sure that the education is there, the likes of the Faster Project doing this kind of stuff to help people understand, I've nothing to be scared of. It's a slightly different driving style, it's a slightly different way of fueling it, but it's going to get you from A to B, and that's the main thing.
And what do you think about the charging infrastructure?
Charger anxiety is still there because we do need more chargers, and the grid connection and making sure it's easy for these companies, public or private, to put in chargers is definitely something that we have to help roll out, because once people can feel that, the majority of people are going to charge at home anyway, but when I do go on those longer journeys, that I'm able to rely on a network that will help me to charge that vehicle wherever and whenever I need to.
And that brings me on to the Renault Megane E-Tech, because this is the model with 60 kilowatt hour battery, range of up to 280 miles or 450 kilometres, which is perfect, really, isn't it?
Perfect size. And you hear of other EVs that have larger batteries, but you know what? For the island of Ireland, this is, I think, the sweet spot. I don't think you don't need to get across the country without charging at that kind of a range, or up and down the country with that kind of range. So, and the ability to charge fast as well is a benefit to the Megane. So the battery size is great, and the charging speeds as well is really good.
So you've had a little bit of time now driving this Megane E-Tech. What do you think?
I love it. I really I think the styling is great. It's been a huge jump up from the previous edition of the Megane. I think that Google built-in, Android Automotive is really nice. Fit, finish, quality, styling. I think it looks something totally different on the road. You're not going to mistake this for something else. It's not just another SUV. It's a really nice, low, has a bit of form about it. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
We had to wait a long time for Renault to give us a follow-up to the Zoe, but this Megane E-Tech was definitely worth the wait. It's got lots of curb appeal, it's practical and easy to live with. So if you're ready to make the switch to electric, we'd highly recommend that you take this for a test drive and experience it for yourself. The Faster project is supported by the European Union's INTERREG 5A programme, managed by the Special EU Programmes body.